Hello friends, this video on subject and predicate part 1 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam.
Topics to be covered in this lesson are introduction, what is subject and predicate, understood subject in imperative sentences, subject and passive sentences, subject and interrogative sentences, order of subject and predicate. Separate subject and predicate in sentences. So first of all, let us try to understand what do we mean by subject and predicate. Now, in every sentence that we come across, we say something about something. So every sentence basically consists of two parts. So that part of the sentence about which we are talking about, that is subject. Now let's take an example. They eat apples. So this is a sentence. So who are we talking about in this sentence? So we are talking about them. Now what are we talking about them? That they are eating apples or they eat apples. Right? So basically what are we talking about or who are we talking about? We are talking about them. Now in this case, just to clarify the difference. So is it apples that we are talking about? No, because the main focus or more emphasis in this sentence is given on they. So we are talking about them. So they in this case is the subject. Whereas what is predicate? So predicate is that part of the sentence that tells something about the subject. Now what are we talking about the subject? So what are we telling about them? That they eat apples. So eat apples, this is predicate. So basically this sentence is divided into two parts. This part, they, is the subject. The remaining part, eat apples, is the predicate. So why do we call it subject and predicate? Now the term subject means something which has more importance. So in a sentence, whichever is the subject, the sentence gives more focus or more emphasis on the subject. So that's why it's subject. And predicate, because predicate is derived from a Latin word which means declared. So the predicate declares something about the subject. So predicate tells something about the subject. So that is how we get the names subject and predicate. Now, the subject could be anything. The subject could be a place, subject could be a person, subject could be a thing, it could be anything. For example, Ram, Shyam, Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai. So, any place, any person, anything can be a subject. Now let us take more examples of subject and predicate. So here we have the next sentence, Delhi is the capital of India. So in this case, what is that we are talking about in this sentence? So in this case, we have a couple of words that we see in this sentence. Like we have Delhi, we have capital, we have India. So what is it that we are talking about in this sentence? So how do we find out whether we are talking about Delhi or we are talking about capital or we are talking about India? Because a lot of students often feel that, okay, whichever is the first word is going to be the subject. So that is absolutely incorrect, because usually subject comes first and then comes the predicate, but sometimes the predicate also comes first and the subject comes later. So do not go by the order blindly. So in this case, what you will do is, first of all, try to identify the verb in the sentence. So which is the verb in this sentence? Verb is. Right? And now just before the verb, try to ask yourself a question. What or who? For example, in this case, the verb is, right? So what is or who is? If you ask this question, so what is the answer that you get? In this case, what is the capital of India? This is a question that you could frame by putting what or who before the verb. Right? So what is the capital of India? What is the answer? Delhi is the capital of India. That means here the main focus is on Delhi. That means this sentence is telling something about Delhi. So if you ask what is the capital of India? Delhi is the capital of India. So Delhi is the subject in this sentence. So this is one easy way to identify the subject. So first of all, identify the verb, then add who or what before the verb and frame a question. Now whatever is the answer to that question is the subject of the sentence. So that's the simple logic that you need to follow. So here, even if you look at the meaning of the sentence, you see that we are talking about Delhi. And what are we talking about Delhi? That it is the capital of India. So basically, is the capital of India. This is the predicate in this sentence. Now, another interesting observation is that whichever is the verb in the sentence, that verb is always a part of the predicate. So here the verb is. So is a part of the predicate and the verb is never a part of the subject. So subject could only be a person, thing or place, but it could never contain the verb. So verb will always be part of the predicate. So what we understand, subject, every sentence will have two parts. First part, one part is subject, and subject tells us what the sentence is about. Second part is predicate, which tells us something about the subject. Now let's move on to the third example. So here the sentence is, grapes are sour. So in this case, what is the subject? Okay, to find out subject, what we do? First we identify the verb. And what is the verb here? Verb in this case is are. Now just add who or what before are. For example, who are sour? Now it would not be who because we are not talking about a person. If you say what are sour, something of that sort. So basically, if you want to ask that what is that thing which is sour, the answer would be grapes, right? So that means grapes in this case represent the subject. So here again you see grapes represent a thing, right? And it is the subject. And what is the predicate? Are sour. This is the predicate. So you see the verb is contained within the predicate. So all our conditions are satisfied. So here also grapes represent subject, are sour represent predicate. Now many a time students feel that okay, subject and predicate is very simple. So like till now we have taken all simple examples, like they ate apples. So they is subject. Delhi is the capital of India. Delhi is the subject. Grapes are sour. So grapes is subject. So for these kind of simple sentences, the subject also is very simple. So you feel that what is the need of understanding subject and predicate, because if the sentences are simple, it is very easy to identify the subject and the predicate. But we will talk about a lot of more scenarios where the sentences are not that simple. So you really need to understand the concept to identify the subject and the predicate.
Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. You can learn with a simple 4-step learning process wherein you can watch video lessons, you can ask your questions, you can refer notes, and you can take a free online test. We have content for class 6 to 12 on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology along with practical videos. So please subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you.